And welcome back to TeacherCast Live from the ISTE 2015 conference. I'm here live at the Microsoft booth. My name is Jeff Bradbury, and I'm here with Ericka and Kristen. How are you today?
We are doing wonderful.
Absolutely.
And today we're talking all about search. We're talking about how to use Bing in the classroom and different things that you can do to help your kids become digital citizens. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your classroom.
Well, I teach second grade, so I'm introducing my students to searching altogether. Most of them don't really understand what it's about. So in my classroom this year, we've spent a lot of time learning how to get to the Bing search bar and find information that we're researching in class.
And I'm teaching at the other range. I teach 11th and 12th graders in high school, and I'm their technology teacher. So I'm helping them use Bing in their career technical classes, and they're searching for what information they need. And Bing makes it really, really easy.
So let's start with the easy questions. What makes Bing so special?
Bing is super special for three basic reasons. First off, when your students are searching with Bing, there are no ads that they shouldn't be looking at, shouldn't be seeing. And Microsoft does not mine their data. They're not giving them, recording what they're looking at and giving them feedback and advertisement on that. And what's the third reason? Oh, of course, we get Bing rewards. We're from Manteca Unified in the Central Valley of California. And in the course of about a year, we've earned 16 Surface Pro 3s that we were randomly giving out to our teachers when they entered a contest. So that's pretty cool.
And how did you get those?
We got those because our teachers are signed up for Bing in the classroom. And every time a student searches on Bing or a teacher searches on Bing, they keep track. And the more you search, the more rewards we get.
That is pretty neat. What are some of the things that you do in your classroom to teach kids about search? Because if I do a search for PowerPoint, you're going to get a billion things. How do we use Bing properly in our classroom?
Well, we talk mostly as a group together about being really specific, using specific words when you're searching for something, and how typically, at least in our grade level, the first hits they get are the ones they're going to want to go to.
Okay, and then it goes along a little bit more with digital citizenship. They've got to, once they're in the web page, they can look and see when it was last updated, how relevant it is. They need to know that companies might be pushing their own products, so the information they get might be a little bit skewed if they're doing research that way. They're just some more trustworthy sites than others.
Could you give us a little demonstration of maybe a search that you would do in the classroom and how you would help the students be active users?
Okay. What are we going to type in?
We're actually going to take a different direction and go to talk a little bit about being in the classroom, because so far we've just talked about Bing search and why our district has embraced that. But being in the classroom is phenomenal in its own right. So here we have a screenshot for today's screen page. It changes every day. It's usually a scene or an animal or something to do with nature, science, history. And there are lessons that are done around that.
Yes. If you go to the Microsoft Educators website, you will see the Bing lessons for teachers, and everything is free and it's already done for you. You click onto their link and you have a whole different by subject areas that you can choose from. And you go in there as a teacher and choose whatever fits your needs. The lessons are completely done for you. They are on PowerPoint, and they're also on OneNote now, which is wonderful because you can use the lesson plans with your students, and they're learning how to use OneNote at the exact same time. And the students can work individually on these, or they can work collaboratively. They have 5 slides that ask different types of questions that you would use Bing to search through the internet to find the answers for. And since my students are so young, we do it together, whole class. And eventually they'll get up to her area and be pros at it.
Well, you said you have younger students. How early should we be teaching search?
I think even our kindergartners can learn searching, because when does your education and interest and questioning begin? It begins right away. The little guys have questions just like everybody else, and they want to find that information. If they can type on a keyboard or touch a letter on their screen, they're okay to search.
I was just going to add, a few days ago, they had their first audio Bing. So when you hit the play button on the Bing homepage, it was a flock of birds migrating, and it was right north of where we're from in Sacramento, California. And the question there for the primary students was, why do some birds migrate? So they have to do some searching for that. It's not something they just know. And the question for the high schoolers at that point was, why are wildlife refuges important? So they had to research that around the world.
Very, very cool. Are there resources to help teachers get started learning how to do search or teach search?
We highly recommend the Microsoft Educator Network at microsofteducatornetwork.com. You can go there, and they have courses you can take and badges you can earn and little tutorial videos and lots of information.
So if you're out there looking to teach your kids how to search properly, and for how to have them get that exact information that they need to know, certainly check out Bing. Certainly check out Bing for Education. Eric and Kristen, thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back soon with more TeacherCast Live from the Microsoft booth here in ISTE 2015.
Today, Microsoft is here and they're bringing Bing into the classroom.
What Microsoft has done is we've created Bing in the classroom, and that way you get a very safe, ad-free, protected environment with lesson plans.
Technology is definitely a tool, and we know it's a powerful tool, and so we have to teach kids how to use the tool appropriately.
We're also going to talk about Skype in the classroom.
A lot of our teachers are wanting to use Skype more and more in their classroom so that they can connect with parents, they can connect with all kinds of occupations, they can connect with all parts of the world.
I had the idea of Skyping with another class in Mexico so that the students could follow the progress of the butterflies, the monarch butterflies, as they migrate from Texas to Mexico. And because this is a dual language class, I was hoping that my non-Spanish speaking students would be able to understand a little bit more.
Every time we add a tool that is so open-ended, we really open a new part of the world to our students so they can really explore and expand and deepen their understanding.